So when approaching the visual design for Cassandra, we definitely want to take what her internal state is and try and externalize some of that.
This Cassandra, as she was here, the idea was essentially to make her look kind of like Queen of the Vampires in a way, a bit severe and dramatic.
Cassandra's look was in a lot of ways influenced by where she's from. She is specifically tied to a family that was notorious for being the best dragon hunters in the entire world of Ferelden, the Pentaghasts. And so coming from this lineage meant that she came from a specific place, Navarra. And Navarra, of course, is situated a little further towards the equator. Everybody's a bit darker tone in skin. They tend to have black hair. So we understand where people from different countries have different looks. And then, obviously, we wanted to make sure that she was hot, to dial her to 11, to make her absolutely gorgeous, really enticing, and yet at the same time, she's powerful, she's strong, she's wearing plate mail.
She's intelligent and she's devoted to the good, so she's very beautiful in an austere kind of way.
You'll pay for your betrayal of the Chantry!
Every head in the game is based from a single mesh, and we just apply what's called a morph to it, where we will take that same mesh and stretch it and pull it in different ways in order to make them look unique. So for Cassandra, she's got the narrow eyebrows, she's got much more of like a heart-shaped face with a strong jaw. She's also got the darker lips and the kind of walnut hazel eyes that appear a bit warm and not so cold as bright blue eyes would appear, so that she appeared a bit more authoritative, had a bit more of a harder edge to her.
Filthy murdering mage!
I'm not the one you want!
Because of just the technical requirements for how the armor works, and then also the hair. Longer hair is a bit of a tricky thing to pull off. And considering that Cassandra 2 was going to be in this very particular lighting arrangement in that dark room with Varric, it just wasn't quite working. So her short hairstyle was sort of a compromise. It was still something that looked severe, but wasn't going to start doing strange things with the armor.
Then we also look at historical reference, looking at costuming, often the Tudor period, but sometimes the Saracens. She's very tough, so her armored appearance we thought would be appropriate.
This will be the armor for Cassandra. So it's a massive armor, which is the biggest armor that we have, the classification that we have in the game. It contains all of the full detail, as high and as detailed as they can get it. So this is down to the nicks and dings in the metal. There's the material patterning on the leather, the embroidery, the stitching. Every kind of detail that the artist can imagine will be on this model. And this is where we do all of the colors and everything else like that to make the materials look like they actually do in real life, or whatever the artistic vision is.
The coloration for the Seeker uniform, because essentially that's what she's wearing, we wanted it to be something that was instantly recognizable. The word iconic gets thrown around a lot and is sometimes overused, but really that's what we wanted. It's something that if you saw her coming at you from the shadows or even in the middle of a crowd in broad daylight, you would just know, oh no, this, she means business. The Seeker symbol, the emblem that is emblazoned on her and all of her pennants and banners everywhere, it's a modification of the Chantry symbol. She comes from the Chantry, but we put the eye symbol in the middle. It's a fairly literal emblem, but it's the Chantry seeking the truth.